Hey guys, Leeroy from Leeroy Gaming here, and today we are diving right back into Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous as it enters beta phase 2. We're going to be looking at a brand new archetype that is added to the Arcanist class, as well as some of the new updates to the user interface and some of the information that you're going to see at the beginning of character creation. Now, I do want to point out, because I know somebody's going to mention in comments, that wait a minute, Leeroy, uh, Nature Mage is here. It is. It looks like they're going to add Nature Mage. I did take a look at this, and it looks like it hasn't been implemented yet. It seems to have all the basic information of a normal Arcanist. So it is coming, but what is implemented is Phantasmal Mage, and what is unique to this is that it requires that you are a gnome. They've started now racial specific archetypes, which is really, really cool. Now let's go ahead and start by looking at the description. So the strong bond with fairies determines the natural predisposition of gnomes to the magic of the first world. By sacrificing time to learn the modern arcanist techniques, phantom mages become true masters of metamagic when it comes to the school of illusion. Okay. Now, here's some really cool information here. They've added some information that, for example, how many hit points per level you get as this class if you're brand new, max level of spells attained, and we're going to take a look at that in a second. This is telling you it's an intelligence-based caster. So what's your primary stat, basically? And he also tells you are a spontaneous caster, what kind of caster you are. You still have your progression for your feats, and it's kind of neat. It kind of shows you baseline, and it doesn't look like it currently updates, but it tells you it should tell you as you level up possible selections for these feats. Now, another new feature is see this little fist here and this little book. It actually tells your physical progression. So as you level up, casters do not have full BAB. So, for example, a fighter at level 1 would have a +1 to attack, at level 2 a +2, and eventually they would get multiple attacks. Well, to give you a reference, I'm going to kind of mouse over this for your convenience. They start at +0, a level 0 at 1, and no bonuses at level 2. Like at 3, you get +1 to your first attack. You get no bonus to the attacks, and like your fortitude saves +0, +3 to will, +0 to reflex. And I'm going to kind of mouse over here as you level up in case you want to pause this to see what the progression is like. So again, not surprisingly, Phantasmal Mage is not big about combat, but they get very good will powers. So by level 11, they get a +7 to will already. And then I'll read you the very last one it caps at level 19. So for example, at Phatasmal Mage at level 19, it gets 2 total attacks, a +9 on the first one, +4 for the second. In case you're new, that's not very good. Do not make a melee-based Phantasmal Mage. But they do get, as you can see, really good against Will, +11, and decent against Fortitude and Reflex, +6. Now, spells is very useful as well if you're new, because it shows you, again, you can get up to level 9 spells, but it will also tell you the progression of how many of each you get. So, for example, here, level 1 spells, you get an infinite amount of cantrips. Those are level 0 spells, but you get 2 level 1 spells to cast. And here's the whole list. I'm pausing it for a second, you can see. At level 4, you're going to now get 4 level 1 spells at baseline and 2 level 1s and access to these spells. Again, I'll pause it for you for a moment. At level 3, you're going to see this natural progression. You get a minimum of 4 casts of each of the ones before, and you unlock a new one. So level 3, you get 2 level 3s minimum, and then 4 of level 1 and 2. At level 8, you unlock level 4 spells. Again, that gives you 2 level 4 spells minimum, and then 4 of the lower level ones each, and access to these choices of spells. At level 10, unlocks level 5 spells. Again, 2 level 5 spells, 4 of everything else below, and the following spells. Level 12, you unlock level 6 spells, so 2 of those, and again, 4 of all the lower ones. Level 14, you unlock level 7 spells, 2 of those, and again, 4 of each of the other ones minimum. Level 16, level 8 spells, 2 of those level 8, and all the other ones are +4, plus again your modifier. And then at level 18, you get level 9 spells, again, 2 level 9s, and everything else is going to be 4. and here are those spells. All right, now let's take a look at the other features. So they do get Arcanist exploits. Again, this new feature is going to, as you can see here, the interface looks a little new. I have posted a video that you can check out that goes over all the Arcanist exploit options at the different levels. You're going to see you're going to get one every other level. Now it looks here, they have this new interface. So what this means is you lose your Arcanist exploit at level 5, and they finally show it. That's kind of nice. So instead of it being blank, it just says X out. Instead, you get Arcane Meta Magic. So at 5th level, the Phantasmal Mage can spend 1 point from your Arcane Reservoir as a free action to make next Arcanist illusion spell she casts in 2 rounds, extended, reach, or selective, as per using the corresponding meta magic feats. If you're wondering what those feats are, you can check out my video on all the feats. I've done a whole series going over every feat, both normal as well as mythical, with timestamps. So make sure to check those out. We're going to continue with the additional Arcanist exploits as we see here. Level 7, level 9. You're going to lose out your level 11 Arcanist exploits again. You're going to get access to greater exploits every 2 levels after 11th. But again, you're going to get additional Arcane Meta Magic. So at 11th level, you can spend 2 points from Arcane Reservoir as a free action to make the next Arcanist Illusion spell cast in 2 rounds persistent or empowered, as per using the corresponding Meta Magic feats. And again, you can check out my video on those feats to get the details. We continue with additional Arcanist exploits. At level 13, 15, you can choose normal or again greater. You sacrifice your level 17 Arcanist exploit to get Arcane Meta Magic again. This time you can spend 3 points from Arcane Reservoir as a free action to make the next Arcanist Illusion spell she casts in the next 2 rounds maximized, or 4 points to make it quickened as per the corresponding magic feat. And you're going to get 1 more at level 19. You sacrifice Magical Supremacy, as noted here, but you're going to get Meta Magic Supremacy at 20th level. The cost of Phantasmal Mage's Meta Magic abilities is reduced by 1 arcane pool. Not surprisingly, of course, you're going to get access to normal cantrips, like a normal Arcanist proficiencies, as you can see here. You get your Arcana Reservoir, and let me read this out to you guys in case you're not familiar with it. So, an Arcanist has an innate pool of magical energy that she can draw upon to fuel her Arcanist exploits and enhance her spells. Arcanist's Arcane Reservoir can hold a maximum amount of magical energy equal to 3 plus the Arcanist's level. Each day, when preparing spells, the Arcanist's Arcane Reservoir fills with raw magical energy, gaining a number of points equal to 3 plus half her Arcanist's level. Any points she has from the previous day are lost. She can also regain these points through the Consume Spell class feature and some Arcanist exploits. The Arcane Reservoir can never hold more points than the maximum amount of noted above. Points gained in excess of this total are lost. Points from the Arcanist Reservoir are used to fuel many of the Arcanist powers. In addition, the Arcanist can expend 1 point from her Arcane Reservoir as a free action whenever she casts an arcane spell. If she does, she can choose to increase the caster's level by 1 or increase the spell's DC by 1. She can expend no more than 1 point from a reservoir on a given spell in this way. And as reference, the Consume Spell ability. So at 1st level, an Arcanist can expend an available Arcanist spell slot as a move action, making it unavailable for the rest of the day. Just as she had used it to cast a spell, she can use this ability number of time per day equal to her Charisma modifier, minimum of 1. Doing this adds a number of points to her Arcane Reservoir equal to the level of the spell slot consumed. She cannot consume cantrips, level 0 spells, which makes sense because it'd be worth 0. Points gained in excess of the reservoir's maximum are lost. So this is how you can get to maximum or kind of recharge it. And of course, you get Arcane Meta Magic. Phantasmal Mage loses an ability to increase caster level of the next spell using her Arcane Reservoir, but instead gains a number of powerful meta magic abilities at 5th, 11th, and 17th. So that's what I was talking about right over here. Yeah. So that right there, Gnome only, Phantasmal Mage. Hope you guys like this video. Check out my other class videos that you can see in the playlist. And I will see you guys in the next video.